the matter? Getting tired?
Holy crap. Well, this went south so fast. What's up all my successful gamers, and welcome back to Oblivion Remastered. Just to do a small recap of the last episode, we made our way from the Imperial Castle all the way to Wayne and Priory to talk to Joffrey, and we got ourselves into a little bit of trouble between here and there. We also did a side quest that involved us doing a little bit of fishing. Literally, the quest name was called Go Fish, so in a way we kind of did some fishing. But old guy wanted us to grab him some slaughterfish scales in order to retire a healthy, happy man. So what we did was we murdered him, learned of his contact, and instead sold the scales to his contact in order to get filthy rich. I'm just kidding, but wouldn't that be an amazing optional path? Come on now, Bethesda, you should have put that in there. But we are now at Chorral here. There's a couple of quests and shops here, and then we are off straight to the town of Kvatch to fix all their problems. And once we do, we will probably be hopping between dungeons and Oblivion gates for the next 30 episodes. But not even kidding, but we do have a level up. We are going to do that at some point. But yeah, once we do the main quest that has us shutting an Oblivion gate, then tons more will spawn around the world for us to do. So that's why we are prioritizing the main quest, at least until that point before we explore again. You don't have to visit every dungeon and shut every Oblivion gate for the 100%. All you have to do for this game is literally just do all the faction quests and main quests. So for the time being, that's the plan. Right now we're going to go in here, grab a side quest that's going to give us one of the best early game weapons in the game.
Have you seen my sons? Yes, Rallis and Antis. They're going to fight off the creatures at our farm, but I fear for their safety. For the last few days, we've suffered attacks from these creatures at our farm not far from Chorral. They're coming from someplace in the Great Forest. I don't know where, but Rallis may know more by now. My boys will take up the fight, even if the guards won't. Doesn't matter if it's outside the town walls, it still affects us all. They expect me to go with them, but I fear in my old age I'm not the warrior I once was. Would you go in my place? Somehow, I knew you'd do the right thing. I'm supposed to meet them at Wayne and Priory. You'd best get whatever supplies you need now, so you can get there in time. I need a drink to calm my nerves. Please, excuse me.
Alright, so that was the quest that I was talking about. That's literally right here at this farm. That's his farm, and we have to go save his son. And his sons both have to survive this quest for you to get one of probably the best swords in the game. It's called Chillrend, does frost damage and weakness to frost, and hopefully you guys get a strong one. If you're too low leveled, then it won't be that good, but if you're high enough level, then it'll be a really good sword for a really long time. Alright, now to our right is the big castle. Might as well just go here first.
Hello, I'm Leith Waverick, the Chief Herald and Countess Valga's attendant. Welcome to Chorral. The Countess is in attendance from 8 in the morning until 6 in the evening. If you wish to seek audience with her, please return at these times. You are also welcome to wait in the seating area near the entrance. Good day.
Sorry there, Leith. Something I want to steal from you. Oh, hello.
Hello. Welcome to Castle Chorral.
Oh, well, hello there.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I am Countess Valga of Chorral. I wish I had time to chat, but I'm afraid I'm in the middle of an investigation.
Yes, you are. So, if you want to buy a house or buy a horse, you can go to the stable right outside of town. I think the horse is $2,500 for a black chestnut. And for a house?
I don't trust you enough to talk about that. You seem the trusting type. Perhaps you can assist me. It seems someone has taken away an heirloom that is quite dear to me. I want you to help me recover a stolen painting. The painting was of my lost love, the Count Valga, and it has been stolen from my bedchamber. If you find the painting and bring the culprit to justice, you shall be justly rewarded. What say you? Very well. I suggest you begin to gather clues. And I warn you, do not accuse the wrong person, or I shall be quite cross with you. Here are some keys. They should allow you access to many of the restricted areas in Castle Chorral.
Why, thank you.
I'm sorry, but as the head of the Elder Council, High Chancellor Orkato is the de facto ruler of the Empire for the time being. We're a mountain people, tough, independent. County Chorral is rich in mines and timber, wool and mutton, and hard-working people. Your best bet is to speak to residents of the castle. Once you have found out all you can, search for physical clues. Andel Indaris may or may not have killed his wife, and it may or may not have been an accident. And I doubt we'll ever know for sure. The painting is all I have left that reminds me of the Count. I spend many a lonely night wishing that the words I speak to it will be heard and not just fall upon the lifeless pigments and canvas.
Alright, so first off, we have to talk to a bunch of the people here. I think we can talk to him. And I would recommend persuading everyone before talking to them, just to make sure.
My duties rely on watching no more than the throne and attending to visitors. But confidentially, I will say that Orgnolf has been acting a bit unusual. His abuse of drink has gotten worse lately. He has taken to asking for money from others to purchase spirits. A porter's wage does not befit his habits.
Haha! Need to talk to Orgnolf. Alrighty. And while you're going through all of these doors, you might as well just... It says that they're locked, but you can just open them with the key. We're gonna talk to a couple of people if we can find them. This guy for one.
This better be good. Not now, not later. I don't remember seeing Chanel or Orgnolf that entire evening. But then again, I stayed in my quarters most of the night. There was no point in going on my usual walk with all the rain falling. As far as Chanel and Orgnolf go, they seemed fine to me. I only had a minor scrape with Orgnolf recently. I caught him drinking in the West Tower on the upper level. I told him if he didn't stop, I would tell the Countess. He just grumbled and agreed. He hasn't bothered me since.
Alright, and if you also keep continuing to talk to him, he'll also give you a quest called Separated at Birth. I've heard rumors in Chorral that Reynold Germain has been seen in this place and that he's acting strange. They were approached by someone from Chorral. He seems to have no memory of them whatsoever. Even if he's met them before, this seems strange enough to follow up on. I should go find Reynold Germain around town. So, now we have 2 quests here already. They're going to stack up pretty quick every time we go to a new town. This is just another entrance to the Great Hall. By the way, a really good trick to lockpicks is to hit these until you get the really slow animation. Every time you let it fall, the animation resets. See, that one is really fast. That one is really slow. Hit it before it falls, and it'll keep that slow animation once it gets to the top. For anyone that didn't know. Jewelry box, very hard. Let's do it again, right? Should pretty much get it every single time with that trick. See, even a very hard one. It's easy. Now, for whatever reason that we came in here, this is probably the real reason we needed to cure poison and cure disease. It's always here on the table. Just in case we ever get poisoned or we contract disease or vampirism, then we could just take that potion. This goes back to the Grey Hall, right? Yep. Chanel's quarters. Let's see if we can find her in here. Nice. She actually is right here.
You searching for something?
Yeah, you.
Yes?
She's a really good person to persuade because her thing goes all the way up to 80.
The night that the painting was stolen, I was in the courtyard of the castle taking star readings. After a while, I decided to go into the dining area just off the Great Hall. I poured myself some wine and studied the charts I had made until it was time to sleep. From there, I went directly to my chamber and slept the rest of the night. Yes, I have heard that the painting of the Count was taken. I was unaware she hired an outsider to conduct the investigation. May luck be with you. The stolen painting was of Count Volga. Whoever painted it could not do the man justice. He was kind and noble, which is difficult to convey on canvas. I'm afraid other than that, I cannot offer much more information.
They just look at me like, what? You never seen two guys walking toward each other before? Like, nah, that shit's not normal. Stop doing that.
Evening.
Ah, here's Orgnoff, Hairy Legs, in his room, finally. Man, I must have just missed you.
So, you a living statue, or are you gonna say something?
Clues.
The night of the theft, I was in the Great Hall, having an argument with a delivery boy from Braville. It seems his horse lost its footing in the heavy rain we had that night, and the shipment of port that it was carrying slipped to the ground. Oh, the fall broke most of the bottles. He didn't want to claim responsibility, but I gave him what for and sent him away. After that, I spent the rest of the night in my quarters, reading. So, the Countess hired you to find the painting, eh? Well, you'll not find it by gawking at me. Aye, it was a fine portrait of a fine man.
Alright, once you question those guys, you can go to the barracks and maybe we can find Mr. Captain of the Guard in here. There he is.
I'm Bitneld, the Curse Bringer, Captain of the Chorral Guard. What can I do for you? What?
I need some clues, man.
I'm sorry, I wasn't in that evening. I was making my rounds of Chorral. The only odd occurrence lately was with Channel. I have seen her spending a lot of time in the West Tower. When I asked her about it, she said it involved her spell research. I suppose at the time it sounded good enough for me.
Alright, so by the South Tower and this other exit that we never opened, which we're about to, we can actually, now that we've talked to all the witnesses, can actually now gather evidence. So this is Chanel's quarters. She's sleeping right now, that's totally fine. We want her to be sleeping. What we want to look at is this, her lectern. We're gonna take it all. Goodbye. Next, we're gonna go to the dining room. The dining room, I believe, is right down here.
Greetings.
And what we want to do is we want to find the paint-stained carpet. Activates. And now we have one more clue, and that is going to be in the West Tower, which I believe is back in here. That's South Tower, so that means West Tower is here. Well, not in here, but right here is a trapdoor. Where is it going to take us? Unusual painting. So, who's the only painter? Chanel, that fucking bitch.
I hope your search for the painting goes well.
Do you? Do you really actually hope for that? So anyways, in order to find out her true motives behind everything, you have to have her disposition at least 70. So make sure that you persuade her. At least till she's above 80. So, let's accuse her. It was you! You did it!
Are you accusing me of taking the painting?
Oh, you're gonna act like you didn't do it. Yes, I accuse you of the crime.
Very well. I confess to the crime. But please understand, I only did it out of the great love I had in my heart for Count Volga. It was I that painted that portrait. When the Count was lost, the Countess spent so much time with it that I became jealous. I had to have the painting back, so I decided to steal it, then hide it behind the painting in my quarters. I'm ashamed of my crime, but ready to face what fate has in store for me.
Alright, now unfortunately we're tasked with finding the damn queen of the castle again. Hopefully she's in the private quarters, asleep in her bed. If not, man, we're gonna have a goose chase for us. And it looks like we're gonna have a goose chase. Ah, there she is! Why are you sleeping over here in the tiny bed? You got a big ass bed right here!
Oh, you have returned from your investigation, and I'm eager to hear the results. Whom did you accuse?
Alright, so here's where you have some rewards. And actually, we should have leveled up first, but I didn't feel like traveling. You guys can travel and level up. If you have a level up, I suggest that you level up first, because you're going to get level-dependent gold as a reward from this this quest. So, if you accuse Chanel, you're going to get some gems and gold. If you choose to lie, Chanel's going to be thankful, and she's going to tell you to come back in 3 weeks' time for a special painting. She's going to give you a special painting, and you're going to be able to sell that, I think, for 500 gold. So that's it. That's the only rewards. I'm going to go ahead and just accuse the person that stole it.
I'm shocked to hear of Chanel's crime, as she has always been such a nice member of our court. But I see that your evidence is without question. She shall be banished from Castle Chorral and stripped of her duties. However, I am not without pity, and therefore she shall not be jailed. But she is never to set foot in Chorral again. Congratulations on a job well done. As a reward, please accept this bounty of gold and gems. You've earned it.
1 rolled up portrait removed. 1 flawless ruby. 300 gold. So not quite 500 gold. But that's okay. That's honestly okay for us. Alright, now, I believe to get her thing up a little bit higher, we actually have to get our personality up. Also, we got to probably use, I think, a spell called Voice of the Emperor, and probably have to pay her a little bit more gold to get her disposition a little bit higher in order to sell us a house here. At least that's one tactic we can do. Alrighty, so upon leaving the castle and making it daytime, we can probably go ahead and enter a couple of these shops here. We can accept a couple more quests and probably finish some of the other ones.
Spends all day in the tavern since his boys left.
I've heard others say the same.
Have you ever bought a horse from
What are you doing here?
I'm not much of a rider.
Alright, let's go in here first of all. I think if this guy, if your skill level is high enough, this guy sells you unique boots.
Only the finest wares to buy and barter at Northern Goods and Trades. I'm Cydnius, the proprietor. How can I help you? Hello, I don't think we've met.
What?
Are you new in town?
Hi, yes? Where did you come from?
Likewise, I'm always glad to meet someone new. Welcome. I'm sure my mother would be glad to meet you as well.
Shh, I think she already did.
My mother owns this shop. She would be glad of your business.
Thanks for giving me your quest. Anyways.
The Fighters Guild is... Tell me more.
Holy crap, his disposition is at 98.
Take care. Farewell.
Okay, so now that she has just ran up to us, she only meets us, I think, once we come in here and talk to her mother. When we come back here later, this is gonna initiate a quest to save this. I don't know what you are, actually, but yeah, we're gonna have to save this Argonian here. So I believe when we come back here in like 2 days, maybe 2 or 3 days, and we're gonna start to hear rumors that that Argonian is missing, and we're gonna be able to. Oh, that's a pretty animal. Is that a dog? Let's go in here and grab some skill books.
Finest goods and lowest prices and all Cyrodiil.
There it is at the bottom.
Thank you for your... You too.
And again, you guys don't have to read this now. You guys can read it whenever. I'm just gonna read it now. Alright, now this big giant building right here is a chapel, and there is a skill book and a chest in here.
What is it now?
We won't... Oh, this is who the dogs belong to. What are you guys looking at? You guys are freaking creepy. And again, we can come in here, pray. Now, these gauntlets right here are unique. Says gauntlets are too heavy to move. We can't actually take these. This is going to be a reward later for
word about the other provinces?
completing a quest.
I understand Daedra worship has become increasingly prevalent in the Somerset Isle.
The Altmer of powerful wizards. Could be a dangerous situation.
Now, in the chapel hall, down here to our right, there's somebody in here. Shit. Well, in this chest right here, there is a book called Notes on Racial Phylogeny, and that's actually going to level up your restoration skill. But if I take it, he's going to have me arrested more than likely, so we're just going to go ahead and get out of here. Now, let's go ahead and go to Casta's house. I think it's right here. Nope. The one right next to it. Yep, right here. I don't think anybody's in here. So in here, there is both Nirnroot and a book that we won. Let's see, where's the Nirnroot? Right here. And the book should be here. Yep, Dance and Fire V6. Mercantile increase to 28. Alright, now let's go ahead and do this quest before we go into any more houses. I believe... God, he walked far. We gotta actually talk to this guy, so... It doesn't look like we're gonna find this guy in his house. There he is. I don't know what he's doing in here.
If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times, I've never been to Chorrol. Oh, hang on, you're someone else. Apologies, my good friend. I mistook you for someone else. Always being asked about it, I am. Didn't I see you in Chorrol, they say? But I'm sick of it. Sick and tired, tired and sick, and perhaps a little drunk. But never mind. You look like the honest sort, so I've got a job for you. You're going to travel to Chorrol and find out what sort of imposter is trying to besmirch my good name. And you're going to tell him... I'm quite capable of besmirching my good name on my own. You should cease and desist immediately. There's 50 gold pieces in it for you, friend. Right then. Off you go.
You drunk as shit. We're actually going to go straight there, right to Shaden Hall. We're going to fast travel here, go to the west gate, and he should be right here inside Newland's Lodge. If we go upstairs,
How can I help you today,
there he
friend?
is. Look, he kind of looks like him. Different colored hair,
Is there
right?
something I can do for you?
Yes.
He's alive? I was told that my mother and brother never survived. This is amazing. I'll need to go see him at once. You'll have to excuse me. I'd better leave right away.
Yeah,
But please,
you should...
come and see us in Chorral.
Yep.
It
On
would
my
be
way.
wonderful for us both to be able to thank you for helping us find each other again.
Alright, now again, there is a couple more quests here, but not until we come back a lot later. After some events. A lot of quests are like chain events that only happen after you do like a couple of other things that unlock it. So we're gonna have to come back later, but we might have to do some waiting around. If this guy's like, if you fast traveled here, this guy will probably be like halfway between the two towns. So quest updated. Separated at birth. The brothers have been reunited.
What? Who? Oh, damn, not this again. Wake up!
And you guys do look
Wake
like
up.
twins.
You're not dreaming, Reynold. It's me, your brother,
You
Gilbert.
can stop drinking now.
That can't be. I don't have a brother. I mean, I never knew my real family. Who did you say you were again? I am your twin brother. When we were very small, our farm was attacked by ogres. Our father and I escaped. We thought you and Mother had both been killed, if we had only known. All I know is that traveling merchants found me in the wilderness by the body of my mother. I was raised by the monks at Waynon Priory. My brother, it is wonderful to see you again. We will have much to talk about in the next days. I can't believe I've been reunited with my brother.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I can't thank you enough for helping to reunite me with Reynold. I never would have guessed he was still alive. We have much to discuss, but if you have time, I'd beg you to stay a moment longer and hear about our home, Weatherly. Weatherly was our family's home for generations. Our parents fled it when ogres attacked. They became separated. My father carried me to safety. He later returned and believed Reynold and my mother had perished. Since ogres are cannibals, he didn't expect to find their bodies. Thankfully, however, it seems that my mother managed to carry Reynold to safety. While my mother didn't survive, Reynold did, and for that I'm grateful. But we both want more. We want our home back. We're not fighters. You appear to have more skill than either of us. Would you go to Weatherly and see if it's still inhabited by ogres? Thank you. Now, we're not quite sure where the estate is located. We'll offer up what we know, however. We believe it's somewhere south of Chorral, but north of Fort Kamala. It may be difficult to find. Since no one's lived there for many years, it may be quite overgrown by now. If you find it, let us know. We'll be waiting anxiously.
Alright, and we just got another
Careful.
quest.
I don't know what dangers may lurk in the Great Forest.
As I said, it's not here, but once we discover Weatherly, then we'll take out all of those guys and we'll come back and take them to their home. Alright, so this girl has the Rashida's special gauntlets for 7,000 gold. Alright, now upstairs, I believe she has a book called... I think this is it. And we can actually read it and not take it, even though she's looking at you. So shout out to whoever told me that in the comments. I don't know why. I don't remember that at all, to be honest. I always thought you had to take the book for some reason for it to count. But yeah, the second you click on it, you can just click out of it and it should count for the skill point. Yeah, that skill point raises heavy armor. And then there's Nirnroot in here and another book that up there is Nirnroot. And a book. The Legendary Syncrator. That's going to level up our blend. And we can go back down now. And I believe across from us, right here, is the Mages Guild.
Great. Well then, it's... Very well. You are now an associate of the Mages Guild. The full guild hall is now available for your use. You'll need a recommendation from each local guild hall in order to advance further. Until then, the Arcane University will be closed to you. Welcome to the guild, and good luck to you.
You see how easy that was? All we had to do was ask to be a part of the Mages Guild, and boom, we're part of the Mages Guild. But in order to level up, we literally have to go to every university and gain acceptance.
The Arcane University is the seat of the... They are...
Because we've always wanted acceptance.
I'm afraid I can't just write one out of hand. That would be against protocols, you see. If perhaps you can clear up a small matter involving Irana, you can prove your loyalty to the guild and earn my recommendation. She and I have an unpleasant history. She does not care for guild regulations and errantly believes I am misusing my powers. I have seen that she is in town. Though she has not approached me, I know she wants something. I would like you to find out what it is. Determine what she's after, and how we may be rid of her. I do not want her here, spreading her lies.
Chorral recommendation. Quest added. Okay.
Make haste. I wish to be rid of Irana as soon as possible.
Alright, once you talk to this guy, skill book is right here. We can actually take this one since we have access to the guild now. And feel free to take any other books that have a little bit more value than just 1 gold. But the one thing that you really want to do is you want to start looting this stuff. Actually, we can probably take that one as well. Take that, take that, take that, take any resources. Novice retort. We can take this too, yep. Take all of these. Novice. Oh, there's the apprentice one. Oh, that's not the impressive. It's just bigger than all the other ones. Alright, so now what we're going to do, we're going to give it a quick save and we're going to unlock all these display cases and take what's in them because we can just take them now. Alright, we've taken everything except for this one. This one's, this They won't let me in that one. And they're looking at me.
What is it?
Alright, Silver Dagger up here at the very, very top of the Mages Guild here. Alright, and lastly, the last thing here is the Fighters Guild. Looking for Valena.
Look at
Hello,
the
Valena.
muscles on you. Greetings. How may I help you? Are you perhaps interested in joining the Fighters Guild?
I am. I like to fight.
The Fighters Guild is always looking for new members. If you've got a clean record and don't have a bounty on your head, we may be able to use you. Are you interested in joining?
Yes, and that's why we have to do this first before we do the Dark Brotherhood, because we don't need bounties on our head, or they will not let us join up.
Excellent. You are now an associate in the Fighters Guild. You should report to either Azan in Anvil or Chorrol in Cyrodiil for contracts.
Thank you. Achievement. So now we have an achievement for being associate in the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild. And now every time we level up and upgrade our rank, we're going to get an achievement.
You will advance through the ranks of the Fighters Guild when you have proven your merit. As you complete contracts and fulfill your duties, you'll be promoted to the next station, accepting the associated duties and responsibilities. Be aware, though, that your rank can be stripped for failure to uphold the tenets of the Guild or at my discretion. See Azan in Anvil or Chorrol in Cyrodiil for contracts. Go to it.
Alright, and now if we wanted to, we could also pick everything, take all this stuff, and sell it. I believe maybe this display case has... Yep, it was this one. This one has the skill point. Heavy armor, increased to 40. I believe there's another... I believe the next skill point's in this chest right here.
There's a new shipment of weapons
And it's gonna level up your heavy armor.
Have you been recently?
Let me see. Oh, yes, I remember. I think it's directly south of Chorral. Place was overrun with ogres, though. Nasty brutes. Here, let me show you where it is on your map.
Alright, if we talk to Sabine here, she's actually gonna show us where that quest exactly is located. Right there, Weatherly.
Trouble at the chapel in Anvil. All of Debella's priests and priestesses.
Ah, yes. You are a guild mage, are you not? Yet different from the others. Yes, this is good. There's a small matter with which you may be able to assist. It's nothing worth involving your guild in, I assure you. Best if kept just between us, yes? So, what say you? Excellent. It's a simple task, really. All you need to do is fetch a book for me. The book is entitled Fingers of the Mountain. It is of no use to you. You won't be able to read it. I, however, can and would very much like to. You'll find it at an old ruin called Cloud Top. It's north of Chorral, up in the mountains. I'm afraid I don't have an exact location. Return it to me immediately when you have it. Make no mention of it to Tikius or anyone else in your guild. I will make it well worth your effort.
What is it? What? What? Not only does it exist, but she knows where it is? Well, this is unacceptable. That book needs to be in the safekeeping of the guild. I trust that as a member of the guild, you would do the right thing and acquire this text before Irana does. Are we clear? Ignore her request. Go to this place she has described and return with the book. This is far more important than any petty squabble. Make haste.
Alrighty. Alright, so now this quest updated to go up here to Cloud Top, but
Head over to the major.
And we are done here, at least for now. Let's go ahead and see if we can't go to Odell Farm and keep his sons alive. Alright, Mystic Emporium, now that we got some gold on us, we sold all the crap that we raided from the Mages Guild. Let's go ahead and see if we can buy some summons here. Let's go ahead and do Summon Skeleton and Touch of Rage. Those are the two that we want. Alright, you guys, so I'm going to show you guys why Master Difficulty is such a pain in the butt. This quest right here, Killing Field.
I'm afraid I have no time for small talk, friend. I'm waiting for my father, Cyrodiil. Have you seen him in town by
Yep, he sent me here to help.
He is not coming with us. I think I understand. And it is better that he remains safe. Though I wonder why he asked you to take his place. You would join us, though you have no personal stake in this fight? An honorable deed. I gladly accept your help then. There's no point in waiting here any longer. Follow me.
And we literally just follow them down to the Oblivion farm over there. It's gonna take a while, so I'll edit it down when we're in the middle of the field waiting for these dudes. Alright, so we've made it here. I'm gonna go ahead and throw Mr. Horse right here. He's gonna be our third unit here. Hopefully everything works the way we want it to. These guys have arrived. So there's a horrible glitch slash bug here. What happens is instead of getting waves of 3 goblins at a time, you're gonna get like 50. And if that happens, just pray. Just curl into a little ball and just pray, dude. It's gonna be like Avalon Goblin Slayer, dude. They're just gonna do away with your bow in the corner.
Defend yourselves. Here they come.
Yep. Hopefully it's 3 and not 50. If your frames just start dropping like crazy, yeah, just assume you got the glitch. But for right now, it's not too bad, it looks like. We're gonna summon our skeleton buddy here to deal some damage because, unfortunately, unlike us, he actually does big damage. And so do they. They do really good damage as well. Look at him back there just chilling. Nice. So far, so good. No rapey frames. Steel mace. And a steel shield. Wait a minute. The steel shield is better than our light iron shield. We're definitely going to go ahead and take that. Alrighty. Looks like we're still good. There's only 3. Should only be like 4 waves, but again, man, you might get a really unlucky spawn. No! Hey! Take aggro! Oh, nice. They actually one-shot him. Alright. Goblin Skirmisher didn't have anything on him. A rusty axe here. Nice. I think there's only going to be about maybe 1 more wave after this. Oh man, the frames are... Oh no! It happened! It happened! It happened! No! This is why my frames were getting fucked. Oh! Why? Why? That was a 3rd wave, and it looks like we're still looking pretty decent here. Why? Yo, kick his ass! Kick his ass, Roach! Don't worry, I got this. You guys just heal up over there. Let's look at my skelly bro here. Actually take this guy the hell out. Nice. So this is going to be our only crutch, is that our conjurations actually, they don't deal less damage like we do. The master difficulty doesn't give them a handicap, so we're going to be hiding behind our conjuration a lot. Alright, now before we go turn in this quest, let's try to get the best version of the Chillrend sword as we can here. Let's go ahead and go to sleep and level up. We're actually level 9 already, so that's how it works. You plod along, putting one foot before the other. Look up and suddenly there you are, right where you wanted to be all along. So we're not going to level up strength anymore. We're not going to level anything past level 90 because of the ring that I mentioned to you guys before. There's a bunch of rings in the game that got put in with the DLC and stuff, and since I got the Game Pass here, I think I got the deluxe edition. I'm actually not sure if I have the DLCs. I have to look into that. But there's a ring called the Ring of Perfection that gives you plus 10 to all your skills, so that's why we don't need to level all this past level 90. It's basically going to be wasted. So let's go ahead and do endurance. Let's do agility, and let's do the rest of the willpower for now. And it looks like we have 1 more level up. Dude, I'm kind of scared to do it again. I'm not going to lie to you. Let's do it one more time. You woke today with a new sense of purpose. You're no longer afraid of failure. Failure is just an opportunity to learn something new. So let's get endurance to level 90, and then we can stop with endurance as well. Get willpower to 38. And let's go ahead and go back and see what type of Chillrend sword we get. Alright, we are in their house here.
You must tell me everything.
Yes, I'm gonna tell you everything. And again, remember, both sons have to survive.
You're back, and you've brought my sons with you. How wonderful! Foul things. They deserve the death you've brought them. My boys are safe. Oh, thank you. Thanks so much for sticking with them and helping a foolish old man. Please, take this. I won't be needing it any longer. My battles are over. I plan to live out my days on the farm in peace and quiet.
Alright, 1 Chillrend added to the player's inventory. Alright, that was the chest killing field on Master difficulty. We managed to actually complete it. I'm actually surprised we only got the glitch like, I think 3 times. I might include a couple of clips of it because that shit was pretty funny. Alright, looks like we didn't actually get that great of a sword, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and use this probably still for some time to kind of measure it out. This does 11 frost damage on strike, and this does 10. So, but the 20% weakness to frost for 20 seconds isn't too bad too. So, probably gonna use this for some time. But actually, we'll probably use the dagger and the blunt just to level up. I don't want to drain the effect on it just yet. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode here. I don't want to make these too long. In the next episode, we might go to Cloud Top. If not, then we might just go straight to
But that's a bit too much risk.
closing the Oblivion Gate in the next episode. I'll have to see. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Nothing I'd like to talk about.